Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the Starline by husband, dad, actor, singer, and madcap entertainer. On tour with the Seize the Day tour with the Titans of Soft Rock, Yachtley Crew. We welcome lead singer Philly Ocean.
Hey, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Phil, let's go beyond the mic. Yachtley Crew was signed to Mailboat Records, the label of the late, great Jimmy Buffett. Mm-hmm. How did he help you, and how has your life changed because of him?
Let me first just say we miss Jimmy already. He was an amazing man, amazing person. Man, his music really gave the world so much. He brought people together, and that's what it's about. Jimmy has given us the ability to kind of elevate our audience and our platform. I think he saw what we do as almost an extension of what he did, which is really create this community and this lifestyle, having fun and making sure that we're all enjoying life and focusing on the things that really are good about life, not always focusing on the stresses and the things that aren't great. So, and that's really what we do. I mean, we put on high energy performances of all of the soft rock hits of the 70s and 80s, and people resonate with that in a very similar way to how they resonate with Jimmy's music. Phil,
talk about Sailor, Baba, Tommy, Stoney, Pauly, and Matthew, the crew of Yachtley Crew. How did you guys meet, and how special is this group?
It's to anyone who's ever been in a band, you know that it's like being in a marriage, and it's important that you you respect each other, you communicate, and you like each other. And we're all friends. We've been doing this for 6 years. We got started in 2017. A few of the band members knew each other from other projects. Some of them have been friends for 20, 30 years. But we really all coalesced around our mutual love of yacht rock and our love of performing. And hearing the idea and in getting in touch with the music again of like what we actually play is what brought us together, because each one of us was like, oh my God, I love this music. This would be such a fun thing to do. And when we got started, there's really not other bands doing this stuff. And certainly not in the way we do it. And so it was a chance to kind of give new life to this music and really make something new and exciting. And to see the audiences respond to what we do has absolutely been incredible.
What makes this music so special to you, and what's your favorite yacht rock song?
I grew up listening to this. My parents played this music kind of nonstop. And it was all over the radio when I was growing up, too. So it's something special, though, because as we all know, this music has become timeless. I mean, songs like Africa and Brandy and You Make My Dreams Come True have kind of been the soundtrack of American life for like over 30 years, over 40 years in some cases. So it wasn't so much that it had to be rediscovered, but to bring this new performance energy into it and to kind of tap into, this nostalgia, I think has been really important. Movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and that so many of these songs have been showing up on soundtracks and on TikTok and Instagram has only given us the chance to get this music in front of a younger audience, which has been really cool also.
Philly Ocean from Yachtley Crew joins us beyond the mic, and it's time for the Rocking 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. Phil, there is no pressure.
Okay.
Best thing about your wife, Kristen?
Her smile.
What's the one song, yacht rock song, you're teaching your son, Jack?
Well, he already knows some, actually, because especially when I'm touring, my wife will play Yachtley Crew music videos and videos of our live recordings. But I think his favorite song is either Lido Shuffle by Boz Scaggs, which he dances to like a rabid fan, or Heart to Heart by Kenny Loggins. And he will literally sing along to the chorus of that song. And he's less than 2 years old, and he knows exactly when to sing. It's so cute.
Can't wait to see him on tour. Best and worst thing about Niagara Falls?
The best and worst part, oh goodness. Well, the best part is, of course, the view. The worst part is probably you can get down to the river pretty easy, and if you're not careful, more than a few people have gone over the side. So, it's a beautiful, it's a powerful natural natural space, but you have to be very careful. You have to respect that as well, because it can take you.
Best Halloween costume growing up?
Well, I have an epic Halloween costume now that I've worked for as an adult, which is I have a full Ghostbusters uniform with an operating proton pack, and I wear that every year because it's still my favorite movie of all time.
You produced a short, Laid to Rest. What's your best memory of it?
Oh, that was an old college film. That's so funny. That film was really made to honor a Vietnam War veteran, and that was a passion project of mine and one of my best friends, Brian Swanson, back in college.
Favorite exhibit at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I cannot narrow down because there were so many incredible things when we got to go there in Cleveland. Right at the reopening of the pandemic in 2021. I would just say I love that they are continuing to expand the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's the most incredible part of it.
What's the first motorcycle you owned, and do you still have it?
Oh yeah, I have two. I have two vintage BMW motorcycles. One's a 1965 R50, and the other one's a 1971. And they're very fun. I don't get to ride them as much anymore, having a little one and touring with Yachtley Crew as much as I do. But I do love it. It's kind of a form of meditation to get out on the road on a motorcycle for a while.
What's your favorite city and place to play a show with the Yachtley Crew?
My favorite city, man, I would probably have to say there are two places that I love going to. One is San Diego. San Diego's kind of a second home to Yachtley Crew. We have so many enthusiastic fans down there. But we recently, for the first time, played Annapolis, Maryland, of all places. And the crowd there was absolutely crazy. It was so much fun. And it wasn't a huge venue. It was only about 200 people. But man, they were out of their minds excited to listen to Yachtley Crew. It was awesome.
It's time for the back half with Phil Ocean from Yachtley Crew Beyond the Mic. Phil, what feeling went through your heart when you had your first sold-out show? Man,
honestly, just a deep humility and feeling honored that people like what we do. As a musician, you never know if people are going to appreciate it, if it's going to resonate. And to see, and now we're selling out consistently, to thousands of people. It's just so humbling to get to do what we love and to get to make people happy. At the end of the day, that's why we do it. We love performing, and we love seeing the joy on people's faces.
Why does music touch your soul?
It's just been in me since I was a little boy. I can remember dancing around our living room at home to, this music, to the sounds of Richie Valens and Billy Joel. And it's just always moved me. I've always had an inclination. But I think anyone who has been to our shows knows the power of music and what it can do and how it can really truly improve your life on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, there's always fun on the tour. Which member of the Yachtley Crew plays the best practical jokes on the road?
Well, I have to give it to our drummer, Sailor Hawkins. He is one of the funniest human beings I've ever known. His wit is so quick, and to know him is to love him. I mean, he's such an incredible person. He really keeps us together. Him and Baba Booey, who Baba came up with the initial idea for Yachtley Crew. They work so hard, but I have to, in answer to your question, Sailor Hawkins is absolutely so funny. He's not so much a practical joker, but man, his one-liners are out of this world funny.
There's always good stories from the road. So what's your favorite one?
Well, you actually referenced this in your earlier question. Every once in a while, we'll have a day off on tour in between shows. And those are some of my favorite memories because that's when, we don't have necessarily anything to do and we kind of just get to hang out as a band and enjoy our time. It's not, we're not working, we're not hustling to get to another gig. And there've been a couple days like that. And I'll never forget when we actually had a day off in Cleveland. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They actually have a room there of instruments. And we actually got to take up that room and play a couple songs from our set. And that was just such an awesomely bonding experience. I'll never forget it.
Which artist growing up did you pattern your life around?
Did I pattern my life around? I think probably the ones that I wanted to emulate the most, musicians, would be Billy Joel, Elton John, Freddie Mercury, and Kenny Loggins. Those four, to me, captivated something so powerful with their voice, with their songwriting, and it always inspired me. It always spoke to me.
Phil, how did this experience change your life?
Well, the experience of Yachtley Crew for me has just been an awesome realization of a dream to be a professional musician. You know, a lot of being a professional artist this day and age is really hustling and trying hard to make it, you know, and by making it is not necessarily being a superstar or a celebrity, but to being able to have a decent living, to support your family, and to get to do what you love and make other people happy. And that, to me, has been the greatest gift. And also to be a dad that gets to be an example for my son of, like, go after your dreams and live your purpose. Do what you're here to do and never stop trying. You know, a lot of us in the band, we're kind of having success a little bit later in life. You know, we're all in our 40s and 50s, and we've been hustling and working hard for a really long time. So to see it come to fruition is a really, really cool thing.
Philly Ocean from Yachtley Crew joins us beyond the mic for one big question. What are the three things you are outrageously grateful for in your life right now?
I'm grateful for my family, my wife and my son, every single day. I'm grateful to get to do what I love. And I'm grateful for my brothers in this band. You know, we really are a band of brothers, and we love each other. We work hard, and we love what we do.
On IMDb, he's the #1 star from Tonawanda, New York, dressed up like a Ghostbuster, and enjoys his BMW R50 motorcycle. Out on tour with Yachtley Crew, available soon at a city near you. Thank Philly Ocean for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
And that, my friends, is Beyond the Mic.